New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Archery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Your favorite snack foods from your childhood on the way with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
We'll jump right into the birthdays. Ola Bachola's Hurley here to wish my little sister Lamara a happy 21st birthday. You son of a bitch. We're able to go out drinking now. Hope you had a good day in Missoula, Montana, a.k.a. Montucky. Give her some advice, Coach Ted, on how to handle her alcohol tonight. Thanks, guys. That from Hurley, Mom and Dad.
I mean, look, I would recommend getting a Pedialyte, having it in the fridge for tomorrow. But listen, it's a 21 run. It's not going to be a lot of moderation. No. The problem is, you could try to moderate, but every bartender, I did it as a bartender, every friend, I've done it as a friend, is going to buy you a shot, and it's probably not going to be good.
Then they're going to buy you another one after that one. And then another.
Understand this, your night's going to end in disaster. Mm-hmm. All you can do, like Ted said, is have that cold, crisp Pedialyte waiting for you in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, you can go Gatorade, whatever. If you really want to get it back in there, I go Pedialyte.
Also, and you'll be lucky to wake up at your own home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that Pedialyte might be in your fridge, but you might not be in your crib.
And if you're going to puke, don't puke off a family member's balcony in an apartment building.
I suggest chocolate milk.
Really? For a hangover?
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Yep.
Huh.
It stays in your stomach and settles it. That doesn't get rid of your headache.
Right.
But that's the problem. Like, she's going to be dehydrated as F. You need those.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize the reason you have that headache is because you're dehydrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Liquids. Just liquids.
Guys,
I tell you, I used to buy people either Kvass, like if they came in, like I worked in a college town, but it was a crappy bar in a liquor store. They were like, that's my 21st birthday, get a shot? Like, you goddamn right. Mm-hmm. You ever had Kvassier or Hennessy? Actually, I haven't. You're going to love it.
Guys, want to send a big birthday shout out to our brother from another mother, Brent, the best storyteller we know. Can we get a little turtle wax and the dirty Germans talking about digging ditches? I love you, buddy. That from Rick and from Beth.
Yeah, the only time we call it digging ditches is when you're having sex with Big Shirley.
Yeah, I like it. It's a giant hole and you hop in it. Seems pretty simple.
Guys, today's my awesome friend Joey's birthday. She's 27 years old. How about a big old bong rip and the dirty Germans talking about how they would play her like a piano? Thanks, fellas. That from Kirk.
Yeah, I just hope you're prepared, because to play like you piano, actually we need to use 8 of our 10 fingers.
Yeah, it's a good thing as much like the piano. So some big, wide, white keys, and then some nice, thin, black keys in there.
Yeah, both will be used.
Guys, today's my brother Kyle's birthday, expecting his first kid, as this month, sometime. So I'm going to get Mickey and Goofy wishing him a happy birthday. Thanks, guys. Love you. And, Happy New Year. That from Noah.
How old?
Doesn't say how old Kyle is. It just says, he's expecting his first kid at the end of this month.
Well, God, if we were still about tomorrow, that makes you about 14 years old. I'm going to assume you're a little bit older. But I'll tell you what, when that first kid pops out and he sees our commercial pop up on that TV and he says, Daddy, can we go to Disney World? You say, well, your dad's not thrilled, so sure.
I don't know. There's a lot of small towns around here. They start early, too. But this kid's probably a little bit older. Either way, just know, by the time you meet me in person, kiss your savings goodbye.
But fellas, please give a birthday shout out to my husband, Jonathan. He's 38 years old today. He would love an owl hitting the window, a suck it up cupcake, and all of you guys talking all over each other about the fun times in a lagoon. Much obliged, and thanks to your not-so-quite 2-year-old, or not-so-quite-year-old, 2-year-old walks around the house saying green beans. Thank you, guys. That from the lucky Kate.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Fun times.
Man,
I don't know how many lagoons I've ever swam in.
Because to me,
I've been in,
a
like,
lagoon is a
lagoons at a
pond
water
that you have
park.
sex in. That is all
Salt
that is
water,
meant.
like
So
a
if
little
you say
cove,
lagoon,
babe.
you better take off
I
the
don't know
pants.
what a lagoon
Ain't
is.
enough sex in the pond. We have sex in the
Outside.
lagoon, brother.
Not sure I've absolutely been in a true lagoon.
That's my issue. Like, right, it's salt water, right?
Yes.
To me, a lagoon is a sex pond. If you say we're going to the pond, all right, we're going to go swimming, pull leeches off of us. If you say we're going to the lagoon, like we're having sex.
Is it just an area, like, protected from the waves?
I think it is.
But it's not a bay.
A lagoon is a shallow body of water separated from a larger body of water by a narrow landform such as reefs, barrier islands, barrier peninsulas, or isthmuses.
Wow.
Oh. By the way, I've had some fun in a lagoon.
Yeah, Merry Isthmus,
Yes.
baby.
Guys, could you wish my daughter Tanya happy birthday? She's an iron worker, and many other of your listeners and tradesmen and women are as well. So go Union. That from her dad, Diesel Dog. Thanks from a KISW listener for almost 50 years. How about the dirty Germans talking about rod busters? Thanks, guys. Appreciate that from Eric.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I do everything I can to avoid rod busters. Sounds painful.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, if she gets with us, she's really going to have to pay her dues. And show her my shop steward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be no arbitration.
We're going to call her mouth the blowtorch.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Oh, thank you, Bob. And one extra email here. Subject is sit and spin. Guys, I first heard you guys years ago when you came over from the Buzz when KISW stopped with the Howard Stern show. Was like, who the F are these yokels with this caca-s? Now I listen every day as I drive for a living. Next sit and spin needs to be the best 10 hungry food band songs. Beyond the Billboard classic Green Beans, have you guys ever delved into the deeper choice cuts like chicken parmesan and mac and cheese? If not, you can thank me later. That from the gas station repairman. Mike, you happen to pull up chicken parmesan from the Hungry Food Band, as well as mac and cheese. Let's start with mac and cheese and see how mac and cheese is. We know the classic green beans, but gas station repairman's right. We haven't.
Favorite recipes: mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. One of my favorite recipes.
All right.
Pretty, 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 please. No more tomato sauce. I want cheese. I want it creamy. I want it hot. Over macaroni. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot of mac and cheese. Yeah.
Okay. Mac and cheese is not bad. It's not as good as green beans, but it's not too bad. How about chicken parmesan?
I might take a second to get the chicken parm up here. Hang on 1 second. There we go.
Oh, different feel.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking it down.
I like the deep element, man.
Chicken parmesan. You've got it going on. Chicken parmesan. I would never do you harm. Unless eating you up and putting you in my belly happens to cause you harm. But chicken parmesan,
not bad, so serious.
You are just fulfilling what you are.
Yeah, this one hit you right in the heart. It
really does.
It does, man.
Just want some chicken parm.
Hit you in the feels.
Yeah. Speaking of food, coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot today. But first,
time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, you kind of heard the joke about charcuterie and Lunchables. Mm-hmm. Basically, charcuterie is just like Lunchables for adults, except it's $40 and has a fancy name, charcuterie. Mm-hmm. Which, look, I can't make fun of it. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah, right? It's like pretty simple. Cured meats, cheeses.
Just put it on a bad cracker. You know what I mean? Like before, it was like a Ritz. Now, like when you're an adult, you can't have just a Ritz.
It sounds like a movie with Bruce
Willis. It's got to be
Willis.
like some kind of just weird pita thing or something strange. You know what I mean? Like
but every once in a while, one of those weird ones,
toast,
one of those weird ones catch you off guard.
Every once in a while, you get hit. There's one cracker, I don't know the name of it. It's got these little seeds on it, man. That's a good cracker right there.
Yeah.
I like meat and cheese.
There was one, I want to say it had figs in it. And I was like, this is good.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
That would be good.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Miles. At the end of the day, give me a club cracker or
Stop with the rice crackers, man.
And I'll be fine.
Thank
God. Exactly.
You know, like, come on. Everyone agreed. Mike's shaking his head. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things, too, where, like, for guys, like, to flex on another dude, like, you got to show off your beer fridge, right? Mm. And it's like, you're kind of flexing, but it's also like, we're gonna drink all this.
Right, you can partake.
Look at all this. I feel like for women sometimes, I don't know why, but it's the crackers.
Man.
Yeah.
No kids. I swear to God, like my wife will have a couple of her friends over, and they all bring wine and they'll bring whatever.
Yeah,
right?
they also got 5 different kinds of cheeses out there.
They do, but that's not the part that seems to be the show-off bit, right? Like you must say, this cheese has this, that, and the other, but also like, ooh, what kinds of crackers are those? And I'll go in and I'll nibble, and I never want to say, like, these crackers are ass! You know,
right, that's what I'm saying. The crackers are the flex. Like the fig cracker I just bought up. Mm-hmm. Right? Because like in the summer I was dating a girl and like I went over to her house to have some snacks and she had a lot of crack. I was like, all right, this weird one's good.
You know what we need to do, man? This is how we make $1 million, fellas. Because you're right. And we will target this toward women. We'll call it flex crackers, right? So I have like 5 different types of crack. Like you know you want to show up your friend.
Yeah.
These crackers are going to kick your friend's cracker game's ass.
I thought you maybe were saying we throw the first annual Cracker Fest.
Now, the only thing is, I can't be the spokesperson.
I don't want to. Well, I don't think you can go.
Flex crackers.
Who is he? The 8-packs of the little mini cereals. You know what I'm saying? But like,
variety pack.
Yeah, the variety pack. They should do the same thing with crackers.
Ooh, that's smart.
You used to go to a restaurant, man, and they'd have like a basket of crackers, man, and they have like 10 different kinds in there. So just put them all in a box, man. I'll get through.
Somebody's got to. I feel like Costco's making it already.
Somebody.
You think so?
Well, I know, because you could go and buy like the
packs, you know what I'm
you
saying?
could buy that pack that has like 4 or 5 different cheeses.
Right.
So it's like kind of, you just rip it open and start chopping it up. But there's got to be a cracker multi-pack.
Okay.
Somebody text their wife or girlfriend.
The cracker
fiance
multi-pack.
Ooh, he's really stepping it up.
We'd like to welcome everybody to Cracker Fest.
Multi-pack?
We're going to have a little honky-tonk. Then we're going to have some easy listening, followed by some rock and roll.
Mayonnaise wrestling.
Special guest, Christopher Cross.
Everybody's been pre-approved for a loan.
Everybody here, your credit score just went up just by showing up here.
Do you know a veteran? You get one.
So, okay. When you leave, we give you a small dog.
Gift certificate to Lululemon. Special guest appearance by Gwyneth Paltrow.
So this is
take a free scarf on the way.
And I'm guilty of many of these too. Like, dude, I didn't know not the scarf. I'll take the mayonnaise.
Well, it's yogurt this year.
Don't forget to use your salt and pepper. All right, this is a list of basically the top snacks we've been obsessed with since we were kids. Miles, there's 10 of them.
Oh, there are 10
start with number 10.
All right, let's do that. Here
we go.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Fire up the song.
Most people, by the way,
10, number 10.
53% of people said they got a lot of their bad snacking habits from their parents.
Well, because they buy the food.
Right, but also, like number 10 on the list was fresh fruit. What? Well, 43% of the people said, look, they got bad snacking habits from their parents, right? Because older people can eat stuff the kids,
right?
But 43% of them said, well, they also taught us to eat fruit stuff,
oranges, grapes, and everything.
Yeah, bananas.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to find a kid who doesn't like bananas.
My daughter, it's all about the strawberries and blueberries, occasionally raspberries, but she was actually chopping up her own strawberries the other night.
Oh, nice.
It's hard to find.
I left the kitchen because the way she was holding the knife, but I'm like, I'm not going to watch this, but go ahead.
I'll meet you in the yard.
Number 9.
This is a weird one, but my friend's kid, she loves this stuff. Olives.
Really? I like olives, but I just don't, as a child, they were not my go-to.
I remember we had a Smith family Christmas party, and I'll never forget. Now, these people are much older now. I was a child, too. But my cousin Kelly and Christina running around. They had black olives on their fingertips.
Yes,
and they liked them, so they kept eating them. And then, you've never seen so much olive puke in your life.
I bet.
It's like homemade tapenade.
Do you enjoy a tapenade?
I don't, but I don't really dig on olive at all.
I love olives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Chocolate. Just chocolate, period, right?
Exactly.
Chocolate, right. I mean, that's the thing, right? When you're a kid, chocolate's everything. And when you're an adult, I mean, Miles and I were saying, like, we're not huge chocolate, but even I came in and was like, I had some Hershey Kisses left over, I ended up eating them.
Yeah.
Like, if it's sitting around, you're like, I have a piece of chocolate. I think
chocolate doesn't sit around long in my place.
the only difference is, I think as an adult, I actually like dark chocolate, too.
Right. There's an age where you discover that that's good stuff.
There's no bad chocolate. White chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, it's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, technically, I think white chocolate is not chocolate.
I like
No, I think it is chocolate.
You ever have the chocolate? Here's how old I am. You ever have the chocolate-covered espresso beans?
Yes.
Ooh, fantastic.
Delicious.
Number 7.
Cured meats.
Really? I mean, if bologna's cured, sure.
Yeah, like when you're a kid, it's probably more ham, bologna, this and
Yes,
that.
for sure, for sure.
And for some reason, too, salami, pepperoni. Like, I still love pepperoni, but as a kid,
salami was the thing, man.
Oh no, I was gonna say as a kid, I didn't like salami.
Really?
But then as I got older, it like switched from like pepperoni to like salami.
I felt like I had hit some kind of adulthood. But my dad suddenly, it was always just bologna, and then like I hit, I don't know, like 8 years old, and it's like there's salami in there too, and I'm like game changer.
Cheese.
Oh, hell yeah.
String cheese. I'm just thinking as a kid, it's like string cheese, Baby Bells.
Right.
As an adult, for me, it's still string cheese.
Mm-hmm. String cheese never goes out of fat. It's just too easy.
I buy a block of cheese now. I'm all in. I know I'm going to eat the whole damn thing. So it's like it's going to be a block of Tillamook cheese.
Well, if I have cured meats, like something like that, sure. But like I usually just keep string cheese in the fridge as like a snack.
One thing, I have blocks of cheese because I use them for all kinds of different things. But again, when the fridge is open and I'm trying to figure out what to eat, I go into the kids' drawer and eat their string cheese.
Yep.
Number 5.
Corn chips.
Sure, absolutely.
Easy.
Yep, that is.
Number 4.
Pretzels.
God, man, I was over pretzeled as a kid.
You like pretzels?
I like pretzels. I love them. But that was like, they weren't buying potato chips, whatever. My mom was trying to be somewhat healthy. She'd be the person that comes home with like banana chips and pretzels.
Banana chips would piss me off, but I had the exact opposite, where my parents always had potato chip, Lay's, or sometimes they branch out and get Pringles, but we never had pretzels. And every time I went to my buddy's house, they always had pretzels. To me, that was the brass ring, man.
Yeah, but also pretzels are like French fries. There are so many different varieties.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, even if you have like the little Rolls Gold, like, the tiny little pretzels. And they got the hard big pretzels, and then the pretzel sticks, and then the little tiny pretzel sticks.
We used to like eating the rods, and then you could break it in half and be like, I'm smoking a cigar.
I think anymore, I just like what Snyder's idea was. He basically said this: we break so many damn pretzels on the production line, we put
them in a bag.
We lose all our stuff.
Put them in a bag.
So then just blow them with mustard and delicious honey.
I can eat the hell out of those.
Stick the bits right in there, and they have buffalo. It's great.
Number 3.
Popcorn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? Like,
dude.
And popcorn's so much more readily available. Like, I feel like as a kid, you either had to cook it at home or you got it in a movie theater.
I could not believe, like, the first time I went to a grocery store and saw popcorn just in a bag already made.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because, as a kid, it was like this big chore, which means you had to, like, do something particularly special for your parents to double down to actually make it. Now I'm like, hell with that, man. Go in there and buy some of that white cheddar
White
popcorn.
cheddar.
Oh.
Number 2.
Potato chips.
Yeah.
I don't think chips ever go out of style.
Now, I want you the difference is this. You introduce those to your kids slowly in my mind, because once they try a potato chip, it's like soda.
Yeah.
Once they try this, like, it's part of the game forever, man.
Yeah, and chips are just one of those things. Kids or adults, like, outside of standing in a room full of people and, like, the game's just starting, you might be like, well, I'll try this. But generally, like, you don't eat just a chip.
Yeah, I was just thinking
No,
to myself,
you never eat a
I haven't
chip.
had chips in a while. I was like, I got chips for lunch. What am I thinking?
Cookies.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which, I would shy away from saying it's a snack.
It shouldn't be a snack. It can be a treat, right? You just call that a treat. You're not going to eat some... Put it this way. When the kids want cookies, this is not to tide you over. You can have a snack to tide you over and then have a cookie
Ice
when you're done
cream
with
is
the
not a
right.
snack.
This is not
and I
your
guess
bridge
I'm not
from
thinking
lunch
about,
to dinner.
I'm not thinking about, like, Oreos. I'm just thinking about, like a home-baked cookie or something. I'm like, That seems like a weird snack, unless it's like the 50s and Joan Cleaver's working.
Joan Cleaver.
June.
Yes. Joan was her ugly sister.
Yeah, still be hard on the beaver there. Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
KISW. The Men's Room is in progress.
Coming up in just minutes, we'll drink and we'll toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, when it comes to people with an active lifestyle, a new survey found that San Francisco is the best city while North Las Vegas is the worst.
All right.
I guess
San Fran, it's
based
temperate.
on the
Yeah,
heat,
but-
maybe? In Vegas?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe when you go and do things in Vegas, it's not necessarily active.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about as far as what your entertainment is, right?
I was thinking
tend
more
to
of the
be
people
sitting down,
Yeah, I
right?
was thinking more of the people who live there.
Yeah, but even if you live there, like San Fran, not that I'd want to live in San Francisco, but there's a lot of outdoor things to do.
Exactly. Correct.
Hell, even if you walk, you're dealing with the hills. You get in
Right.
shape whether you want to be or not.
Yeah, man. A woman online was forced to isolate with a man that she had just met on Tinder after the two tested positive for COVID. They documented it on social media, and people are calling it an Omicron rom-com.
Oh, my God.
How'd it go?
He stabbed her. No, I don't know.
I don't know. They isolated for like a couple weeks. Called it good.
All right, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, if you've only gone out, this is a first date?
Yeah.
So that's a little tougher, but I don't know. I feel like if you've only gone out with somebody like 2 or 3 times, then you got to isolate for 2 weeks. So that'd be a fun 2 weeks.
You bet.
Oh,
you
yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
White Castle's bringing back some classics, the Sloppy Joe slider and the Smoky Joe slider.
I did not know that either of those existed.
Neither did I.
But they're classics.
What's the difference between a Sloppy Joe and a Smoky Joe?
I would guess one is smoky while the other's sloppy, Ted.
I don't know. If I'm a White Castle, I want a White Castle hamburger.
Right. Yeah, but if they got something good, I'll try it.
I mean, I'll try anything. I'm just saying, I like my Sloppy Joes at home. It's just something about a Sloppy Joe. You know what I mean?
When's the last time you had Sloppy Joes at home, Miles?
I do it about once a year.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I've got tomato paste. For the most part, you know.
The only reason that you can find for tomato paste is just Sloppy Joes?
Pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
I'm with, like, the thing is, I think if you live near a White Castle, it's like, well, you're very particular about your fast food.
I just know if I go to White Castle, I'm getting like 6 little hamburgers, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I was going to say, you always get the same thing at McDonald's. But yeah, I feel like if you live near a White Castle, you try this other stuff just because it's readily available.
Right. I think I tried one of their chicken sliders when we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
Tried a couple different things on the menu.
But I'm pretty sure Vegas is like the closest White Castle that we've got here, isn't it?
As far as I know.
Right?
I never went to one in Vegas. I've been to one in like New Jersey, and like, but that's about it.
Oof. There's a video making the rounds on TikTok of a woman, quote, reporting about her 2-year-old holding her hostage in Olive Garden. It's a great video because she actually, if she doesn't do it professionally, I'd be shocked because she held herself incredibly well. Basically talked about an active terrorist situation at the Olive Garden where her kid was just basically banging on the table. Again, 2 years old, so it's not like they know table manners. Just making a bunch of noise.
It is not fun going to a restaurant with a 2-year-old.
No, I can't imagine.
I used to hate it. We would do it because you're just trying to get them used to, one, what your reaction is going to be when they're a-holes. You go through it, it's fine. You know,
But you can kind of relax when you at home, but when you're out and there are other people around, and
that's the difference.
It's like
there's other people around.
It's like you eat faster, you want to get out of there as quick as you can. Right. You're dealing with a booster seat,
and then you're hyper aware of it.
Yes,
you know,
because you don't want them to distract. You know how your kid is. You can live with that.
Right.
It's fine, right?
You
But
also have
in
to-
public, like everyone acts different in public because you just have to adhere by different rules.
you also have to bring food to the restaurant. I mean, most people don't walk into a place like, I got a bag of goldfish.
Because I need to snack on these
There you go.
while I wait for my food.
Exactly. Because it'll go nuts if the food doesn't come out fast.
Got a bag of goldfish.
I keep that thing on me.
Got to.
I mean, imagine that. You're at
It takes
dinner
you
with
damn
your
long.
significant other, like, hey, let me order first. Give me my food first, because otherwise I'm going to cause a scene. Hey. Right? So make sure my menu item comes out first, because I am going to freak the F out.
We
if I don't
are
get the
hangry.
first. Right. It just doesn't happen.
A family in Colorado were recently reunited with their cat after donating it to a thrift store. So they dropped off a chair to have it donated, and the cat was hidden inside.
Which family member do you think was upset when the cat came back?
Dad.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in the chair.
Oh, no.
When I stuffed him in it.
Right.
Imagine my surprise.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
Thought the springs were squeaking. Didn't know that was a meow.
Damn.
Oops.
Yeah, my bad.
29% of people would trade their friends for the ability to retire today.
Those are good friends.
Yeah.
I love you, Eddie.
Look,
but,
man, you put anything up against the opportunity to retire today. We had, free beer, free weed
right.
last week, sex every day. I mean,
now I'm retired.
Yeah, I'm
but
going to retire.
friends is also weird and different because, you're retired, but you kind of want to spend that time with your friends, right?
Well, if you retire, you're going to move someplace else, probably, right?
Well, my friends aren't retired.
Yeah.
But they're not your friends anymore.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Even if I was retired, I'd have to find new retired friends to hang out with.
For the other times, but...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, Mike, you're out.
Oh.
All right, I'm retired. Let's get down to it.
Jeff Signal from 2 to 6.
Oh.
I mean, right, I'll make new friends.
You're a good man, Ted.
Right, thanks, bud.
A new first in the books.
Guy used to know.
Man. Co-worker.
Man.
A new first in the books. A woman recently got married in Vegas to the color pink.
I saw the headline and stopped reading because it just made me angry.
Pretty much.
That's it. I was done.
She married the color pink.
Okay. You got in the news.
I don't know how when you get to those vows, like, do you, the color pink, take this woman?
Why did she go to Vegas? I mean, it can't be legal.
Because in Vegas, you can do that.
Right.
All right, yeah.
Don't take your money doing anything.
Why bother going somewhere to do it?
Right.
Because Elvis made money. You're going to okay, cool. Cool.
Studies have shown that people are going on 29% fewer dates.
Well, things have been closed down. People don't get a chance to go out and be social.
Exactly.
I mean, like, look.
Yeah, typically most dates happen somewhere publicly. At least, the first couple dates you go on.
Right.
So, yeah, of course.
A man was recently charged $600 for the Uber that he had taken. Well, that got him stuck in the I-95 traffic in Virginia.
I was going to say.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine that? You're just out there on your day of work. You pick up this schlub. You're going into Virginia. Then, bam, you're stuck there for 24 hours.
I hope they at least got along.
Right.
I mean, look, that's bad for both of them. But what? That guy has to pay $600?
Mm-hmm.
That seems crazy.
Right.
Well, now that it's made the news, he might not have to. But as it stands, It's
what we call extenuating circumstances. A man made the gutsy move when it came to his wife's Christmas gift. He bought her identical earrings, but one of them had fake diamonds in it. He made her choose between the two.
Ooh, I like it. If you can't tell, then does it matter?
Right.
That's all.
I think that's the point, yeah.
If you can't tell, what the hell do you care?
One's diamonds, the other's cubic zirconia.
Yeah, figure it out.
Let's do it.
Spoiler alert.
But she picked the right ones?
No.
Oh, she
She picked the fake ones.
Yeah, then you go like, right, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You're good. There's a guy getting raked online after a TikTok user showed him paying a tip with a $25 Amazon gift card.
So people are upset about that, or they're...
Yes, they're
Was the wait
saying it's
person
tacky.
upset? If the wait person's not upset, don't get mad on other people's behalf if that person is not angry. If that wait person said, look at what this a-hole did, you go, all right.
Right.
If they're cool with it, you go, like, great.
They also said that
the guy from Dr. Pizza, when he would come over, we would either get him high or give him a nug to get high later.
Why not?
Exactly.
He was fine with it.
That's where his money was going to go anyway.
Well, it was just like, hey, will you take this for a tip?
Exactly.
We've got $14 for these two pizzas.
Right.
Man, there's a reason we're giving you quarters, dude.
Right.
There was a reason why when I was living in Baltimore, the last place I lived in Baltimore, there was a guy, he would drop me off pizza that I did not order because he knew what his tip was going to be. And to hang out for 20 minutes, we'd just talk life. And we weren't even we were very friendly, but we were never officially friends. I couldn't tell you his name. We never exchanged numbers. It was just, I was in the neighborhood, brother. This person didn't want this pizza. You order from us a lot. I'm like, come on in, bro.
All right.
It's all good.
Should also be noted that the bill that the guy had, $25 was actually more than 20% of a tip.
Yeah, I mean, look.
So
I would take it.
And again, it's not like he gave her a gift card like Chili's or something like that, where there's only so many places
you can get
go.
anything in the world on Amazon.
A lot of stuff that you might want is going to be on Amazon. So, and again, don't get mad for people.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let them get mad for themselves.
Exactly. Not everything in a script is concrete. Sometimes actors add in their own personality to make their scene even better, and our friends over at BuzzFeed compiled a list of the 10 times actors changed the scripts in movies and TV shows to make them better.
I'd read something recently. Robert Downey Jr. during I'm not sure which Iron Man movie, or if it was the Avengers or whatever, but he has a habit of snacking, and I guess he's notorious for this, snacking on set. Okay,
This was the first Avengers movie, yes.
So they're filming, and I can't remember if he's eating grapes, if he's eating sunflower seeds. Blueberries?
Yep.
So they're doing the scene, and even though he's not supposed to be eating, he's eating, and he's Robert Downey Jr., he can do what he wants. So he's eating the blueberries, but he even stops down, looks at the other actors like, blueberry? And they all turn him down. But when you watch the scene, it makes sense for the character he's playing. But so I read later, like, yeah, that was just him eating on set and not caring that
And why do we get so giddy about that? It's a doggone bag of blueberries on set. We're like, they're not supposed to be there.
You know why? Because at work, you got to do things the right way.
Yeah,
so it is kind of cool when you hear
that's what
and
it
think
is.
how much money's being spent on these movies and all this.
Oh, yeah.
And dude's just like, but he actually stops at blueberry anyway.
Right.
The only one I can think of is, and I only know it from Thrill, is, Indiana Jones, when he shoots the dude.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that
Miles,
guy was mad, too.
Any improv moments there that you can remember from movies and TV shows?
Just Harrison Ford in Star Wars. He's done it a few times.
Gotcha. Okay. So here's what we got as far as the 10 times actors change the scripts in movies and TV shows to make them better. Number 10, I'm going to screw up this name. Rutger Hauer edited the original Tears in the Rain monologue in Blade Runner. Says he even wrote the line, all those moments will be lost in time, like tears in the rain.
Actually, I had heard that. So it's a significant part of the movie. It's at the very end. His character is about to die. He's talking to Harrison Ford, and they had something he's supposed to say. And again, significant part of the movie. He's like, I'm not saying that. So instead of telling the director, I'm not going to say what you asked me to do, when they go, and action.
He just delivered it.
But it's one of the few lines from that movie that everyone remembers. That's the great irony of it.
And that's why it works. Number 9, Jennifer Garner requested that her character in Love, Simon give a heartwarming speech to connect with her son at the end of the movie.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Shocking. I don't think anybody in the
I'll watch
saw that
Jennifer
movie.
Gardner, take a poop. I don't care.
Yeah. Just on mute.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she still looks good.
Let's go on to TV.
That's why I care about Capital One. It is that easy.
Oh, it's the dude on the venture card commercial this time.
I know.
Damn,
I'm like, man, get out of here.
Let's go to TV. In the show New Girl, there was actually a cameo appearance that wasn't supposed to happen by Prince.
No one's going to tell him, hey, get off set.
Exactly.
What does he do? Does he just walk? Does he talk at all? Or
I have no idea. I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen the episode, but it does say that it was his idea. He was such a fan of the show that he actually reached out.
I think Prince just appeared. Like, poof.
Right, that makes sense, though.
I'm
like,
here.
Yeah, he's such a strange dude. Of course he loved New Girl.
Right. Right. It just fits. Stranger Things. I'm going to screw up this name. Dacre Montgomery asked the Duffer Brothers to give him a backstory to soften his character, Billy. This resulted in a scene showing abuse from his father and a flashback scene showing how he loved and lost his mother.
Damn. Okay. That was a pick me up.
Can my character not be so mean? Can we have a terrible backstory?
Can you explain why I'm such an a-hole?
Please. Thank you. 10 times actors change the scripts in movies and TV shows to make them better. The Ted Smith, you nailed it. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones was supposed to duel the swordsman using his whip. It was supposed to be this long, drawn-out, very well choreographed fight scene, but Harrison Ford was suffering from dysentery and couldn't shoot long scenes, so he suggested just shooting the swordsman instead.
And they said the guy, I guess, the swordsman, was initially irritated because he's a swordsman.
Right, and he practiced.
He had choreographed this whole thing that was going to be this badass scene. So when you watch the movie, you see him do a few things. Harrison Ford pulls out his gun, shoots him.
They give him like 35 seconds.
Right. This is gonna be a fight.
Boom.
And to be honest with you, when you watch the movie, you laugh your ass off because you're like, yeah, that's what I would have done in that moment.
Why in the hell are you fighting this guy?
I'm going to shoot you.
Number 5, Robert Downey Jr. wasn't impressed with the original ending for the Avengers, so this is actually a different one. So he asked for something else, which turned into the shawarma scene. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
So he suggested getting shawarma after everything was done, and then if you actually wait to the end of the credits, it's all of them just sitting exhausted inside this restaurant, just eating shawarma.
But dude just eats.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
Okay.
Isn't there some actors that are like Brad Pitt's pretty famous for eating in his movies?
Every damn movie.
He has
got
an
food in his
oral
hand.
fixation, so like he legitimately does. So they say when you watch almost any character he plays, either he's got a lollipop in his mouth, he's got a toothpick in his mouth, he's got a cigarette he's never lit, he's chewing a toothpick. They're like, not nervous, but like has this nervous kind of habit, and it's easier to get him through a scene if he has something in his mouth.
Is he a smoker?
I don't know.
Probably
good
was.
call.
He probably was.
Samuel Jackson asked George Lucas to give his character a purple lightsaber in Star Wars Attack of the Clones so he could easily identify himself in a battle.
Yeah. I heard that.
That's smart.
Because there's a big scene where, it's just nothing but lightsabers and lasers. And it's like, Yeah, I can't find myself. Make it purple. Seriously. So they made it purple. I was like, there I am.
Okay, for you, Sam.
What I would have said to Sam, you're the black one. Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
there's aliens the world over.
Right.
No, he's the black guy.
That's you.
10 times actors change the scripts in movies and TV shows to make them better. Number 3, Wolf of Wall Street. Anybody know the improv moment in that one?
No.
So there's a moment in there where Matthew McConaughey starts pounding his chest and he starts while he's doing that, right? So he hits his chest in the restaurant and hums. This is actually a personal exercise that he does to relax and drop his voice. But Leonardo DiCaprio thought it should be included in the movie. So,
really?
So there was that scene in there because of that.
Okay. It's kind of a cool scene, all right.
Yeah. Number 2, you know the iconic scene in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back that was improv?
Oh, yes, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
That is exactly right.
That is great.
I love you and I know.
Do that for your wife one night. Honey, I just want you to know I love you. I know.
Because he was just supposed to say, I love you too or something?
Right. It was supposed to be just this innocuous line, but he's like, no, Han Solo's a baller and he doesn't care.
And she's like, I love you. He's like, yeah, I know.
That's pretty good.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I know.
Of course. How could you not?
I'm the hottest actor in this movie. Shut up.
Look at me.
By the way, real quick, someone points out the bottom of Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber actually has BMF on it.
All right. And this is the number 1 time that an actor changed the script in a movie and a TV show to make it better. We go to Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Anybody know that improv moment?
No.
I feel like half of that was improv.
It's when he walks out with a cane and does a somersault tumble thing, right?
Yeah.
So Gene came up with that because, quote, no one will know from that point on whether whether I'm lying or telling the truth.
Okay, all right.
It just kind of sets the scene that this guy is wacky, full of all kinds of wacky. That's absolutely right. A woman took to TikTok to reveal that her story of her boyfriend cheating on her, but who she cheated with may cause a shock.
Who was that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are coming up 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, have we made it to drinking time?
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy, an obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.